Hello everybody, this is the Dog H. Weber with another edition of Weber on Sports Express here on FingerLakes1.com. Hope you had a big square in the Super Bowl. We didn't. We had our usual group of folks over, the Brad and Debbie Jones, Liz and Steve Beck, and Dennis and Donna Coggins, and of course my wife Mary did a fabulous job with homemade lasagna. We had a wonderful time. I picked on Brad for having the lowest denomination of a pool that we surrounded ourselves with, and ironically that was the only one that we made a couple of bucks out of. I think we each got like $18. We invested probably $60 apiece. Hope you had a better time than we did with as far as winning money in pools. Super Bowl 46, Tom Coughlin from zero to hero. Hey, give the Giants credit. They had Tom Brady chased all over the backfield throughout that whole game. They had his number for most of that action. The Giants deserved. Eli Manning, MVP, spectacular. 30 out of 40 for about 300 yards. Phenomenal. I know I upset a lot of you folks up in Waterloo about changing the name of Waterloo to Coughlin. I'm sorry that I upset you, but I still believe we need to change the name. What's Waterloo? I'm sorry. And Waterloo's just a name. I got a new name for you this morning. Let's call it Coughlinville. You know, like Baldwinsville? Coughlinville. Welcome to Coughlinville. With all due respect, I don't want to take a shot, but what do you want to do? Put up his picture in the window of Cicino's? Or put his picture up at a window at the bank in Waterloo? No. Or put him on the tractor at the Sussler outfit? No. He deserves to have his name instead of Waterloo. Let's call it Coughlinville. I know it upsets many of you, but two-time Super Bowl coach champion deserves nothing but the best. Sorry to upset you, but I'm still convinced. We got to get those Waterloo politicians together, name the village Coughlinville starting tomorrow. Well, I don't know about you folks, but I don't know. Dick Marshall's out getting on my nerves. Now he's got one of my classmates, Ted Flock, chasing me down, as I have made a bold statement, which is not abnormal for me, saying that Danica Patrick doesn't belong as a contender in the upcoming Daytona 500 in a couple of weeks. She's okay in the Indy racing, but I don't think she's going to do well at the Daytona. So we've got a $5 bill bet with Dick Marshall. I say she will finish worse than 21st. If she finishes 21st or better, Dick Marshall and Ted Flock, my buddy, they win. If she finishes 22nd to 43, I win. I like my odds. Ted Flock, I think you jumped on a loser. I don't know about you, but I hope you checked us out on Friday night, our first broadcast here at FingerLakes1.com Sports. We were in Waterloo, and those Indian girls, coached by Mike Bree, probably are scratching their heads this morning, wondering what if they had an opportunity to win that game and let it slip away with late turnovers. The Indians lose to the undefeated Newark girls, coached by Diane Kearney, by 3 points, 50-47. What a ball game. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast. And by the way, kudos goes out to Jeff Panic, the athletic director of Waterloo, for giving us fantastic facilities. And to my buddy Timmy Lincoln for helping out on the IT side of things. And I had a chance to meet a young lady named Keisha Bree, the wife of the head basketball coach. She was running or involved in the concession stand at Waterloo, and she wouldn't let us buy anything. Everything was on the house. What a hospitable feeling the Waterloo folks gave myself, Matt Verkey, Jeremy, and of course our executive producer and owner of FingerLakes1.com, Jimmy Senacropi. We really look forward to coming back to Waterloo real soon. But you know something? I was a little disappointed with the Newark crowd. I've always been a big fan of Newark, but 14-0 and the crowd for Newark, to me, was men's. I thought they would travel much better. What do you want, a perfect night to watch a basketball game? They're 14-0, and I thought their crowd was somewhat a lot less than I thought it would be. Newark, you deserve better, and you deserve to turn out for that team. They have a fantastic team led by the Lauer girls and Sabrina McCauley. Well, you know something? We're going to continue our little path in doing some basketball action. We're going to head to Clyde and go to the boys' action this coming Friday night. Check us out, folks. It'll be good old February the 10th. We'll be in Clyde for the boys' action as #1 Lions. My hometown comes to Clyde. We'll have the action for you right here on FingerLakes1.com Sports. We'll have it around 7:30, so check us out. Well, you know something? I've been talking about Fab Melo, and it's nice to get them back on the basketball court. They breezed past St. John's, as expected, kicking their butts by 25. Many of you wondered why I keep bringing up Fab. Fab has a big-time struggle with math. And I don't understand why, because I am a math unbelievable savant. I'm sort of like a weird guy when it comes to adding figures. Let me give you an example. You see, holding up a little board here now. You see these numbers on the board here? Let me see this. See this? Right there. All right. Now what I'm going to do here is hold this up like this. I'm going to get my pen out. I'm going to drop the pen, but I'm going to show you the numbers right there. There, you see those numbers? Now watch this. 2, 9, 17, 21, 22, 2, 3, 5, 6, 9, 92 is the answer. How's that for speed, huh? Does that scare you? Is that amazing or what? The dog has this unbelievable savant skill of adding figures. I've always had it. I had it when I was 7 years old. I can add faster than a calculator. Why is that important? Because I was just hired by Brad Jones and Thruway Fasteners to be a personal math tutor for Fab Melo. Reason? To keep him on the basketball court. If you want to add figures against a dog, you better bring your A game. Well, let me tell you something. I usually spend a lot of time figuring out who my person or persons of the week are on this show. I usually wait till the end of the show to do it. This week, as I started thinking about it, it was a no-brainer. Your friend and mine, Billy Rutz, a true legend, passed away this past weekend. Billy, of course, was struck with a severe stroke several years ago. But what I always admired about Nancy, his wife, and his family is they never let Bill stay cooped up in his house. Nancy had him dressed up, had him going to benefits, dinners, Seneca Falls Country Club. He was still engaged, and I always thought an awful lot of the way Nancy treated Bill, and she is to be congratulated and admired for that skill set. Billy Rutz was a true friend of mine. I remember way back when in the 60s when I was selling clothes for Shannon's Clothes Shop here on Fall Street in Seneca Falls part-time, and Billy Rutz at Seneca Clothing was selling clothes across the street. How good was Billy Rutz? A year after I started working for Shannon's, I walked across the street and bought a suit for Billy Rutz. But the best memories of Billy was playing golf. Billy Rutz played every golf match like it was the United States Open. Myself, Bundy Ferrara, Mark, the Shark Sharman, Ricky Bartran, we had the blessing to play golf with him on a Tuesday night at Seneca Falls Country Club every week. We didn't play for much money, $2. Maybe a press. You got to buy the person that you lost to a burger and a beer. So it might have cost you $15, $18. But Billy took every match like it was the end of the world. I loved his competition. I loved his spirit. I loved his fire in his belly. If I missed a putt to tie a hole, he wouldn't talk to me for 2 holes. If I missed a putt to win the hole, he wouldn't talk to me for a week. Why? Because Billy was a gamer. Billy, a great dad. Great husband, wonderful, wonderful person. A true peach. So, ladies and gentlemen, Billy got taken from us this past weekend as he passed away at age 72. But with the dog and many of the viewers checking us out today, we'll always remember Billy Rutz as a class guy. We're going to miss you, Billy. We're going to miss you. Take care, everybody. That's a look at sports. My way.
Finger Lakes one time.